A teacher is dead after crashing on a stretch of road that's seen similar deadly crashes before. Josh Hoppe was driving south on M40 right in front of the Tulip City truck stop in Holland when a semi pulled into his path and he could not stop. That same thing happened 6 years ago, killing a dad and his 2 kids. 24-hour News 8 Steve Kelso is live at the scene, talking to Josh's grief-stricken co-workers and finding out what's being done to that stretch of road since the last bad crash. Steve?
And good evening, Sue. Believe it or not, Michigan Department of Transportation disputes the notion that this section of M40 is actually a dangerous road. None of that, of course, changes the fact that just a few miles down this road, the community of Hamilton is mourning the loss of a man they say is one of the best teachers they ever had.
A huge loss. It's a loss for our current students and all our future students.
At just 30 years of age and only 6 years into a promising career at Hamilton High School, Josh Hoppe tragically lost his life.
We had a 6:30 staff meeting this morning.
People at that staff meeting were already talking about the accident. Then they noticed Josh Hoppe was missing.
I got in my car and I headed up to the scene.
But Josh Hoppe is not the first fatality on this now notorious strip of M40. January 15th, 2007, Curtis Boovey had a minivan full of his 4 children when a semi left the Tulip City truck stop. He was killed along with his son Zachary and daughter Emma. The high-profile nature of that crash launched 3 separate investigations, the last being conducted independently by a civil engineering firm. All of the investigations came to the same conclusions, that there is no inherent problem with the design of this roadway, and that speed limit changes and new signal placement were not warranted. Still, one change was made. The truck stop scales were moved because trucks were using M40 to go from getting gas to being weighed. MDOT says that since 2004, there have only been 7 accidents here, including today's. 2 of them, unfortunately, involve fatalities, 1 a minor injury, and there were 4 non-injury accidents.
Teaching wasn't a job, it was a passion of his.
At Hamilton High School today, 1 is too many, especially one so young and so well loved as Josh Hoppe.
If you had joined us at 5 o'clock this evening right here on this very spot, we talked with Captain Jack Dykstra of the Holland Police Department. He spent this afternoon crunching some numbers for us as well. He says that he agrees with MDOT that this is not a particularly dangerous intersection, noting there had only been 2 minor accidents here in the last year until, unfortunately, today. He says, in fact, there are other intersections in the city of Holland that have far more accidents. And we're going to continue to take a look at this because there is a group out there now that wants to contact MDOT and get something done here. Live in Allegan County, Steve Kelso, 24-hour News 8.
Steve, thank you. And on that note, tonight there is an online effort to make changes to M40 where the crash happened. A Facebook page is urging people to go to Holland's City Commission meeting on December 18th to ask city leaders to push for a stoplight in that area. We do have a link to that Facebook page at woodtv.com.